I'd address nicer. However, surprise is a good thing. I'll take a personal minute to say what an honor it has been to be able to serve as a mentor in this program. And mentor sounds like you have something to teach. But I'm sure you're going to hear from John and every other mentor in this room tonight that every single one of us learned far more than anything we had to teach or to offer out. What an incredible experience it's been for us. My number one takeaway from all of this is that our history does not equal our destiny. That each of us are here today because of decisions we made, both good and bad, yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that. But tomorrow, for each of us, can start now. That's what these good men and women in this room reminded me of in the opportunity to work with them. Every organization has a leader, but few organizations have a heart and a soul. And I have to tell you that that's the only way I can think of to describe John Conyers. Head to heart to hands. He had an idea. He had the heart and the empathy and the understanding and the hard work with his own two hands to take an idea and to make it a reality that changes lives every single day. What a great pleasure it is for me to be able to call him a friend. What a great pleasure it is for me to be able to introduce to you John Conyers.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, John.
Every time I hear people say things like that about me, those kind words, every once in a while, you know, it's almost like I'm in a daydream. And I don't really think that they're talking about me. And I have to look around and wonder. But none of this could have happened without every one of you here. From the very moment that I came into Port Chester, I was embraced, I was given to from people that I've never known. People knew me before I came into the town. And primarily, that is because of my mentor, Bill Owen, who is not here today because of safety reasons, and we kind of begged him to bow out tonight. But I guess that is the foundation of the mentorship program, the Port Chester-Rye Brook Saving Our Society mentoring program. And the reason why I say the Port Chester-Rye Brook Rotary mentoring program is because this Rotary Club has done something that I don't think many mentoring programs could even achieve. Many will not even think to say we're going to get anyone a job. They would not even think of saying that we're going to get anyone housing, that we're going to intervene in situations that may cause a person to be locked up, get a record. So I would like to give a serious, profound applause to the Port Chester-Rye Brook Rotary Club. This is probably the, up to date, probably the greatest thing that ever happened to me, is to be called a Rotarian. Service above self. For a long time, I thought I had something to prove, because I wasn't always talked of so fondly as I've been in these past few years. So each and every day, you wear this mantle. It's a heavy mantle to be an example, to try to toe that line. And as I say this, I want to reflect upon our mentees. Some of them didn't make it because of the heavy burden that some of them carried coming out of prison. But that burden was eased so much by those of you who are represented here. I would like to acknowledge Lieutenant Conway, who was sent by the chief, who I called and met a couple of times to be sure. Because we think this is a public safety issue. A public safety issue to have the police department, working in conjunction with our program. One of our guys said this here. We had a fellowship dinner at one of our contributors' house, and the police was sitting at the table, and he said, "This is the first time that I was sat across a table with a police officer and was not being interrogated." And when he said that, it just hit me it hit me deeply. And I tried to I ran and I get to my camera because I wanted just to hear this. I wanted to record this because the way he said it just came right out of the blue. And that is how important it is for our police department to understand what is going on in our communities, what is going on with some of the people that are coming back to Westchester County. Because they don't know the impact that they will have on one person's life. The mentors, many of them thought that they wasn't up to the challenge. But when you hear some of these mentees talk, they were far above the challenge. I didn't have a speech made up tonight because when you're doing this work, you really don't have time to be sitting around writing speeches. And that our Toastmasters will probably attest to when they tell me, "Are you making this up, John?" Yeah, sometime I was. But I enjoyed every minute of it. I'd like to thank Benny. Benny has actually been a heart to me. I've never seen such a man who's given so much. I have a letter that I would cherish for the rest of my life, written by Vincent Copeland, sitting in front of us, one of our mentors. I'd like to thank John for his pushing. Be on time. Make things happen. Don't tell people you're going to be somewhere and you're not there. And that's what we've tried to impart to our mentees also. And Roman Chisek. What can I say about this guy? Every time he walks in a room, he lights the room up. Thank you, Roman. These three presidents have actually elevated me to a level that I hope that I can continue to move forward and endeavor to achieve again. Of all the things that we have done for these mentees, housing, jobs, finances, if they take anything away from what we've done for them, I would like that to understand that their integrity is worth more than anything, worth more than money or anything that material that we will ever give them.